It's a game that I've been looking for quite some time. Recently, there's a sale on Steam, so yeah, purchased it. Um, yeah, I've been looking at it because there's a strategy RPG kind of thing. Something that I like. Play starting from back when, uh, starting from back when All Out started, or even Dragon Alive games that I play. So let's see and get into it. Maybe I don't try to be too adventurous.
1971. We woke up in a different world where the Cold War ended along with the Vietnam carnage. All because of the Dome. The Dome. A territory full of anomalous artifacts, phenomena, and organisms. We still don't know what it is. An alien city? Some kind of a testing ground or storage? Whatever it is, no living thing trapped under the dome can escape it. Yet even this did not stop the research. The major powers created the Cronus Megacorporation to develop and explore the dome. Its secrets became a lucrative business. The Spires station was built on top of the dome to export the artifacts and import supplies and personnel. The city of Crystal Sands grew at the foot of the dome, eventually becoming a major transportation hub. All this required thousands of employees, and there was no shortage of candidates. Romantics, pragmatists, and adventurers of all trades swarmed recruiting centers around the globe seeking jobs at Cronus. You were one of those people. In 1976, your application was approved, and you went under the dome towards the future. Whether a good one or a bad one, only time will tell.
Right, I'll start with creating my own character. Yep, let's see. There's not a lot of portrait selection, so I created my own. Uh, yeah, kind of boring. The body type that's only two, not a lot of options. The face all looked weird. This looks slightly normal. Even the hair selection, not much selections there. It's so weird. Well, at least the colors look okay. No idea what is this. Uh, Probably just go with a cleaner look. Uh, Different wings with different attributes. Some goes with guts. With muscle, baby weapons. Typically, when I play this kind of strategy RPGs, I like to use sniper rifles. Uh, yeah, just stand far behind it, kill everyone from afar. So I think for this sniper rifle is under heavy weapons, which is kind of weird. Um, it's, well, action points are probably the most important in this kind of game. So should be not sure how can we increase it on beyond starting gameplay. So let's see. Perception is important for hit rate, I guess. So maybe weapons skills, maybe muscles. Yeah, maybe muscles not so important at the start. Rated affects skill points per level. I think probably skill points per level would be very useful. More skills you gain, the more powerful you can become later on. Maybe we can start with that for now. Uh, Act skills. Okay. So you just give your bonus to some of the skills that you are interested to focus on. So yes, so tactical rifle. I think this is definitely the main skill that I'm interested in. Light skills. Hmm. You'll go with science. That's that too. This one seems more like a support type of skill. Not sure. I think definitely each of the applied skills is useful, but it can probably be catered for by other team members. I need to, I don't need to be good at everything. Yeah, just be good enough for what I'm good at. So, okay, let's just do this then. Okay, traits. Uh, Optional, but it helps. This is pretty balanced. I only choose one. Either sacrifice a bit of initiative for more weapon attributes, or sacrifice a bit of crit damage for overall, you know, skills for any increase in all of your skills. I think 0.5 crit damage shouldn't be that bad. So let's go with that. Right. So this is the overall stat that I will be starting with. So we can start creating stuff at the start. Which alright, so points. So get to like start with 8 AP, I actually save 1 AP every turn, so almost impossible to hit the AP maximum. So throughout the game, probably you have to look at how to increase the action points or increase the save AP. Because sniper rifles typically take a lot of APs to fire once. So yeah, we'll try to aim to fire twice in a turn. And let's start. Okay, choose your lines carefully. Because typically for this kind of games, you can talk
A
to
guy
the
wearing thick spectacles thrusts out a sweaty hand.
Monty James, Silverwing.
talk to people, but we do have dialogue options for a lot of different
He
games.
glances down at your badge.
Ah, it's you. I found your file extremely interesting. And your CV, wonderful. Inspiring, really.
The voice of thing is not bad. That's like I said, a lot of dialogue options, but very limited and much difference. So how much it changes. It what
When I had the opportunity to look over the
dialogue
files
options
of
they
my
have
future
here.
colleagues, I couldn't resist. I don't want to sound boastful, but silver level clearance has its...
Monty makes a ring with his thumb and forefinger.
You were number 63,784 on the waiting list, but you were lucky enough to get into the dome after only 16 months. Besides that, zero, nada, absolutely nothing. You're a dark horse for both the Foundation and myself. How exactly did you...
The silver peers at you more closely.
Wait. Let me guess. Are you a mercenary? French Foreign Legion, right? Fought in Africa, Latin America.
An uncomfortable silence rises. He taps the narrow illuminator panel with one finger.
Look, there's a storm rising. The lightning is strange. Green. Should lightning be green? This is my first sandstorm.
The badge on the orange's chest reads, Quint. He eyes your black uniform and quickly turns away. A tall woman is watching an ad playing on the monitor, arms crossed. The polished to a shine badge on her black overalls reads, She glances at you and offers her hand in a businesslike manner.
Greetings. Please take all necessary precautions. By that I mean, don't turn your back on him.
Elsa nods at the orange.
But I think it depends on my what I chose, different kinds of options open up. Probably this will change out of
I just
gameplay,
follow orders. Even if his crime was embezzlement, I have to keep him cuffed.
or
Those are the rules.
dialogue options
Ollison
that can
shrugs
open.
in a sharp, mechanical way, as if racking the slide of an assault rifle.
A lot of times it's just dialogue options differences, so I'm not sure whether it changes how the paths that are available.
Our friends from the administration didn't deign to inform me about this man's record. Could be I'm escorting a serial killer. It's corporate policy, you know.
She gives the Silver a vengeful look. A man with a mustache and a blue jumpsuit is standing at the window, studying the blue, taps on the glass with one finger and gestures you to come and take a look. Seems like he doesn't speak English. A young, dark-haired woman is staring through the illuminator, her gaze glued to the slowly approaching desert. She's whispering softly.
We've crossed the border. No way back now.
She turns to you. The shiny badge on her white jumpsuit reads, Tomoko Kum.
There are 6 people in this capsule. 2 of them in black jumpsuits. Not a statistically significant sample, but the trend is evident.
She says with a squint. Kimura shakes her head disapprovingly and turns back to the illuminator.
This place is a scientific treasure trove, and you're treading all over it in your jackboots, blowing up doors that are thousands of years old, acting like you own this world. What devilment.
The white's face warps into a derisive grimace.
How many convicts have you actually met in your life? They're human beings, regular, normal people. And you come here convinced they're subhuman, lower class, that they deserve suffering and death instead of the new life under the dome that they were promised. Such a viewpoint makes you more...
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches. It looks brown-black through the tinted glass, and smoky blue. You peer into the rusty clouds of dust blowing over the southern sector. Every black winger has heard the whispers about Operation Simoom, a major offensive under preparation since the early days of development of the dome. Cronus is recruiting troops capable of capturing the southern territory, an area heavily guarded by... Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain. The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. The outlines of the landing site, blurred by clouds of dust, appear behind the greenish glass of the...
Come here. Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A cheerful man in a white lab coat grabs you by the sleeve. A badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi, scientific analyst, export department, dangles loosely on his clean uniform, which still smells pungently of washing powder.
Look over there.
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you... You raise the binoculars to your eyes. Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Its core glows with flickering... Nuzzy bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a... I don't know.
Ludovico laughs unnervingly. With the binoculars raised to his eyes, he minutely adjusts the focus.
It's a massive whirlwind north of Concord, and not merely some desert sandstorm.
The scientist looks blankly at you.
Ah, this? This?
Ludovico points at the building behind him.
I work in Concord Station, categorizing relics. My job is to classify them by rarity. Then the blues package them, silvers issue the documentation, and...
Nuzzy points upward.
Then the capsule takes the relics way up there, all the way to the spire, then to crystal sands by the funicular. They get auctioned off and turned into money. It's not like I endorse this, but we all like ourselves a good paycheck, right?
He offers you his binoculars once again.
Do you want to have a look at the spire? It's a...
And as he looks from you to the capsule, he flings his arms up.
Oh, mi scusi! Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Yeah, the storm is growing stronger.
The White mutters in fascination.
Well, holding up feather will allow you to see all the effect effect. Correct? So,
Good day. It was nice chatting.
Oh, never thought this would happen.
Our honest work will make the world a better place.
Salutations.
A better place.
Bye-bye.
Greetings, newcomer. Come over here and register, please.
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his desk. The employee glances at you indifferently. His upper lip.
All new employees must register first thing. Come up to the desk, please.
The nameplate on the desk tells you your time. The administrator slaps himself on the forehead.
Ah, I almost forgot the regulation pre-registration greeting. Just a second.
Rayhet produces a reel-to-reel tape recorder from beneath the desk, rewinds the tape to the beginning, and presses play. The speakers explode with a harsh, crackling sound, over which the tick-tick of a metronome slowly grows louder. Solemn music begins to play, and the administrator's face takes on a serious expression.
Dear employee, on behalf of the Cronus Foundation, I, Administrator Dean Rayhet, welcome you to your new life under the dome.
The administrator clears his throat and continues.
By joining our company, you choose the path of science and progress. You are among mankind's best, and we ask that you live up to this.
Dean squints down at the monitor.
Deserve this title. Do your job honestly. Obey the law. Respect your colleagues and...
The music fades, and the administrator finishes his speech.
And together we will build the best possible...
Dean puts the tape recorder away.
Now that we're done with the official greeting, I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
Feels kind of weird. Uh, you both know someone is reading the commentaries that comes in the voice. It's a bit disconnected.
Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod. The administrator squints at the paper in his outstretched hand before setting it next to the keyboard. Rayhet scans the computer screen.
So your position in the waiting list was 63,784. You've been assigned to Magellan Station. A special bus will bring you...
Dean snaps the docking port of your pass to a read. The administrator returns your Selectron.
Here you are. You now have first-level clearance. As a Blackwing employee, you get access to the barracks, the armory, surveillance...
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival. Do you want to hear all the details, or...
Rayhet nods and points at the ceiling.
First, you need a set of combat gear. Talk to Sidney Maynard, he'll give you everything.
Dean extends his second finger.
Second, weapons. Ms. Margarita Takachenko is the clerk at the armory. After she dispenses your firearm, you'll need to head to the training zone for a brief weapons handling exam.
The administrator straightens his third finger.
According to the latest regulations, all employees must attend a briefing on psi abilities. Apply to instructor Andriy Mihai.
Dean extends his fourth finger and looks at you meaningfully.
Did I tell you about the combat and tactical training? And finally, science is the overarching purpose behind everything we do here. Go to Professor Van Alden to learn how to study...
Dean catches himself.
Oh, and when you're done with your trainings, proceed to the waiting...
The administrator looks up at you again.
That is all.
He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it.
Protocol calls for a little welcoming preamble, but dash it all, that's nonsense. Welcome to Concord Station.
As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly remembers something.
Oh yes, I sent your mail to your Kairos. Check your new messages. Well, that's all, I think.
Kronos Corporation reminds you. Please use a public terminal to access your account. Thank you.
Oh, never thought this would happen. I hope to see you again soon.
I'm listening.
Welcome. We are Cronus, your reliable guide to the world of the future. When the dome was found, a small research camp was built nearby. Thanks to the efforts of our brave men, it had soon become a city. But that was only the beginning. Around the aperture at the top of the dome, a
It was
transport
nice
station
chatting.
was erected, which was called
Behind the storage counter, you see a small, neat guy. The silver perks up at your approach. A thick logbook up the silver finally stops and pins down a particular page with his finger.
This is your...
Maynard adjusts his glasses in a businesslike manner. Sidney fiddles with his hairstyle.
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Life under the dome can be dangerous. You may get shot, spill acid on yourself, get electrocuted. That's why it's important to wear protective equipment when traveling outdoors. Of course, in hazardous situations, the equipment will get damaged, and...
He points back at the shelves behind him.
We've got repair kits for this gear. There are blue wing...
Sidney rests the logbook on the desk. The silver disappears into the back. Unfolding the package, Maynard shows...
Standard issue Blackwing equipment, trousers, boots, jacket. Everything is stain resistant and armored. Bear in mind, this gear is made from all natural materials. Oh, Cronus takes care of its employees.
He said. He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225, helmets and gloves are not issued, but they're available for purchase from me. Please bear in mind that a full set includes headgear or a mask, jacket, trousers, gloves, and boots.
Sidney hands you the package.
Here's your uniform.
Sidney adjusts his glasses.
Sure, I'll show you what we've got. You know, we're pretty well stocked here in Concord. Take a look.
Sidney scribbles something in his logbook.
Please come back anytime if you need something.
Initiative would definitely be something different. The rest are more functional.
Anything urgent, Mr. Krachkov?
Katarzyna, did you mark it as Class 1 again, instead of 2? Look, here's the scanner data. It says the relic is a scientific device.
Wait, but it's still Class 1. I'm not going to violate protocol.
Katarzyna, my dear, you may violate protocol as long as it benefits the company. Take your lead from your colleagues. Correct your report if you have to, and don't act so innocent.
The smell of good tobacco wafts off this tall, portly woman from a meter away. The woman fixes her coppery hair with one hand and casually lights her pipe. Margarita thumbs back a couple of pages in her logbook.
I see.
She glances at her Kairos, looks at Tkachenko, returns in a few minutes holding a... She presents the weapon in her outstretched hands. After racking the slide, Tkachenko points the gun at the ceiling.
High firing rate and good accuracy, even in burst fire mode. Enjoy. Just don't point it at me.
The black hands you the weapon. Margarita drags on her pipe and releases a puff of thick, yellow smoke.
I see you.
Takachenko pushes a plug of tobacco around the bowl of her pipe.
The safety's on the other side of the world. It's awkward to shoot from around a corner. Also doesn't shoot too well from the left.
The black points at a poster on the wall behind her.
Can you see what's written there? Clean and oil. I have nothing to add.
The armorer shrugs, puffing indifferently on her pipe.
It's the least I could do. We have a requisition list from the Silvers. For free, you receive only rubbish. If you...
Leaning over the counter, the black points somewhere off to one side.
Now it's time for your training. But before the training zone, go see that wizard guy with his tooth...
Takachenko grunts a greeting without removing. Takachenko opens the big black lock.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures. I hate those oranges. What the hell do they break locks for?
A lean silver with thick black. As you approach, he flashes a sly grin and slowly raises. Something really weird happens. All the paper clips, pencils, scattered toothpicks, and bits of trash float up from the table and hang in the air. The silver badge reading Andre.
Here for the briefing, huh? Shall we get to it?
He takes the cigar out. The silver props his elbows on the table.
Anyway, here's the deal. It's more profitable for people with a high psyche to study psionics. Give me your hand.
Not waiting for an answer, he grabs your hand with strong, dark fingers. Andre gropes your hand briefly, then lets go, disappointed.
The pills, huh? The anti-migraine, sleeping pills, neuroleptics, downers. What do you mean you don't take them? Well, off you go then. That means no talent, huh? Why waste time? No, wait.
The silver takes a thin glove covered in talc from his desk and he counts off on his fingers.
Learn psionics. Put on the glove. Transform energy into the necessary shape. That's the whole...
The silver takes a pull at his cigar and releases a
Psionics. It's a gift for all of us. The forefathers took off someplace. Poof, gone. Only the dome remains. And this.
Mihai spreads his dark hands. Toothpicks hover around his head in a kind of halo.
Scientists say everyone has an organic skill called psyche. You have it, I have it, everyone has it, Big...
In reply, Andre jumps up from his armchair and the unexpected question calls a bunch of different numbers to mind. The silver looks into your eyes.
3, 14, 30.
He easily names every number you've got in mind. It doesn't take the psychic long to think of something. A small 2-com bond coin. The ruined coin drops into a glass already almost full of... Mihai spreads his hands good-naturedly as the toothpicks on the table skitter around from... The silver laughs loudly at his joke. The cigar falls from his mouth to float in the air.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
I'll complain to the Silvers about...
An engineer in a bright blue jacket is tinkering with the door lock, cursing under his breath non-stop, blowing a curly strand of...
You're a newcomer, right? It's a straight-up open house here today.
He offers you his hand. The technician slaps the door with one hand.
You have to wait until I'm done. Some orange jammed up the lock with chewing gum just for a laugh. They're like animals, those oranges.
Penkovsky grunts angrily.
I wish I could. I'm gonna have to...
Maxime extracts a thin, sharp, precision probe from behind his ear and dangles...
Though there's another way. You want to learn something about picking locks? It's a useful skill in all sorts of situations.
He looks at you expectantly. Penkovsky shrugs.
Pick this lock specifically as much as you like. But in general, yes, it can be illegal if you try to get in where you shouldn't be, or open other people's lockers. No one will get...
The blues getting excited.
All right.
Penkovsky presses his pick lock, and an odd device resembling a hybrid of a screwdriver and a can opener into your hand.
Using a mechanical pick lock is easy peasy. No special skill required. They wear out after a few locks. While the old-fashioned kind is another thing entirely. Cheap, one use. But one has to know how to use it right. That's a tool for a master.
He gives you a quick lesson on how to pick a lock.
By the way, you can carry your tools in your belt. It's much handier to have them right there.
Penkovsky shows you his utility belt, where he keeps...
Actually, finding tools under the dome is no problem at all. There are even devices for hacking terminals.
The blue solemnly raises his index finger.
And one more thing. Always use brand name stuff if you can.
He looks at the door again.
Damn these locks. Though I'd rather be doing this than fixing hab pods. Those are a real...
Penkovsky gives you a patronizing look.
Because they're poorly made, warped from the heat, and the filters aren't worth a damn. The modules were constructed by marketing. I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word.
World a better place.
I repeat, get a lock. You're doing great. All right, off you go. I'll keep working on this lock because of that
Welcome
orange.
under the dome, an amazing
Hey-o.
excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet. Greetings!
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Bye-bye.
But we aren't strangers to sci-fi here. The detailed plans are ready. And according to them,
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this.
Glad to meet you.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Have a good one.
and I fully agree with you. But what if I told you
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, dumbass. I'm talking to you. Quit. How can I help? Bye-bye.
Well, what? Again? See ya!
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully.
Salutations.
In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention,
tried it again, asshole.
Okay, you got me, Butch.
I'm listening. I hope to see you again soon.
Why do you keep bothering me? Well, hello there. It was nice chatting. Oh, you again. See ya.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here in a year and will feel like a real queen. This is Victoria LeGrand, and the dome from the inside. See you next time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Dome from the Inside with me, Victoria Legrand. As you can see, there are endless salt pans in the west.
Well, hello there.
Resort city in the west. Salutations. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here in a year and will feel like a real queen. This is Victoria Legrand.
Wow, look what the wind blew in.
See you next time.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Dome from the Inside with me, Victoria Legrand. As you can see, there are endless salt pans in the western region behind me. The sun reflects blindingly from the salt, and the air is as dry as a nun's gusset. What an inhospitable wilderness, you'll say. And I fully agree with you. But what if I told you that in a year, you'll be lying by a swimming pool, sipping a margarita right on this spot? Sounds like a sci-fi story. But we aren't strangers to sci-fi here. The detailed plans are ready. And according to them, there will soon be a real resort city in the west, with bars, casinos.
A middle-aged black is sitting behind the counter with his hands in his lap. Botherby frowns as you approach.
Your first act is being late for the briefing. You going to be late for your funeral as well?
The black looks you over.
Yes, I see the weapon received check mark. Looks like you are fully prepared to disappoint me. You are prepared.
Botherby leans over the counter and directs you to. He raises his index finger.
The conditions in the training zone closely simulate those one would experience in the field. Your goal is to avoid getting lost and dying of dehydration.
Pulling a notepad from his pocket, the instructor jots down your name.
Your goal is to hit 3 targets. I'm going to monitor you and advise as necessary. In trying...
You'll be lying by a swimming pool.
Finally, the first combat. Yeah. How long have I started? Almost an hour. Yeah, finally reached the first combat. Window shot 4 AP, first shot 6 AP. Hit from here. Doesn't seem to have. Yep. Not like other similar games where you can, yeah, get to a cover, you get a bit of defense chance. Let's look here.
Thrilling news. You aren't completely hopeless. I wouldn't cheer for random chance if I were you.
Well, that was easy.
With me, Victoria Legrand. As you can see, there are endless salt pans in the western region behind me. The sun reflects blindingly from the salt, and the air is...
Botherby nods grandly.
You made it through training without making a total fool of yourself.
And I fully agree with you. But what if I told you that in a year, you'll be lying by a swimming pool, sipping a margarita
and the riddles of an
right
ancient
on
civilization.
this...
Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat, bathed in the dim lamplight. He almost appears to be hovering above. The man turns at your footsteps. He glances from you to the glittering watch on his wrist.
I want us to respect one another's time. Please speak loudly, clearly, and to the point. You must be the newcomer I was told about. Nice to meet you.
Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand. The scientist puts the clipboard aside, raises his... He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this briefing, I have to touch on a large number of topics. Therefore, I will do so very...
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons.
I checked your scanner. It's working and is connected to the Minerva database. Everything you scan will earn you Chronos or Forefathers knowledge points.
The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening? Scan everything that might be of scientific interest.
He places a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an anomaly.
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the
Sebastian snorts skeptically.
Oh, great. You're even ignorant of the basics. Minerva is a mainframe located at Magellan Base where you'll be going. The Minerva disk stores the database containing every piece of information about the Dome and the company's employees. It is thanks to this scanning that the database is constantly updated.
The White scowls in annoyance.
Do you know anything at all? What did you come under the Dome for? And for scanning anomalies and relics, you receive Forefather points. Scanning the company's property and employees, living or dead, earns you Chronos knowledge points.
He explains with a sagacious expression.
You can exchange knowledge points for medication and equipment as part of the volunteer research program. Are you ready for the next part? The clock...
Sebastian pulls a scanner from his pocket.
I will demonstrate this only once. To switch on the scanner...
Van Olden turns on the scanner and continues.
My advice is to scan anything that might be of scientific or statistical interest. Relics, Forefathers objects, automatic doors, vehicles, vending machines, deceased employees.
He turns the screen so you can see it.
The scanner automatically transmits data to the Minerva system. You'll need some one-use stimulator injectors, bandages to stop bleeding, and anti-radiation agents and radio protectors.
He produces a black-capped, transparent plastic jar out of his pocket.
According to protocol, you should have this medicine.
The researcher winces.
Why do I have to spell out every single thing?
The scientist glances at his watch again. He rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies in the ecozone.
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Here's
Welcome under the
We
dome,
aren't
an
strangers
amazing
to
excursion
sci-fi
to a
here.
world of
The
new
detailed
technology and
plans...
Please stand by for decontamination to end.
will soon be a real resort city in the West, with bars, casinos, spas, and therapeutic wellness. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll be one. See you next time.
Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization.
Remember, our honest work will
Listen
make
to
the
this
world a better place.
Hiya.
A better place. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
It was nice chatting.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. A better place.
Casinos, spas, and therapeutic saunas. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here in a year and will feel like a...
Around the anomalies. Touch one of them and you'll be injured.
Attention, attention. Please
Toss
handle
up the
relics
journal entry.
carefully.
A successful
In case
scanning
of
attempt.
damage,
You're
your
doing all
life
right
will
so
be
far.
forfeit.
Go ahead. I'll keep an eye on you and make sure you don't screw it up. Journal entry. 2 objects scanned. And again, watch out for anomalies. Touch one and you'll be injured. Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge it.
Looks like I have to come back with a shovel later.
The dome from the inside with me, Victoria Legrand. As you can see, there are...
Sebastian meets you on the platform.
Your finishing time is within the
He clicks the stopwatch button, fixing the result time. The scientist turns back to his notes.
Not bad. One question. You observed several anomalies while scanning.
Why do you think they appeared? I'd like to hear your opinion.
The scientist assumes a superior expression.
I knew you'd come up with something like that.
He glances at the shimmering blue light in the eco zone.
The truth is, we don't know the precise reason for...
Sebastian points a thin finger at the clustered lightning.
I personally believe that the anomalies are the dome's security mechanism.
Van Olden clasps his hands behind his back.
I know you don't care, but I'll say it anyway. Scientists today are required to be wonder workers who can heal cancer with a wave of their hand and solve the secrets of the universe during their coffee break. For some reason, no one wants to understand that fundamental science is always an investment in the future. It produces no...
The White's gaze strays back to his clipboard.
If something terrible happens under the dome one day, and I'm sure it will, science will protect...
Okay, that's it. Folks. Stop here. Take care of your watching. See you